Now to finally have homemade English muffins slathered in lots of butter. No! Just wanted some butter. Just wanted a little bit of butter for my English muffin. Oh, you guys are here? It's a little early for you guys, but all right. Join in. I was just trying to figure out, how I can get some butter with the stuff I have here in the house. I've got whipped cream, and I've got, it's got some milk. Maybe I could use those things to make some butter out, because I know that you make butter with milk somehow, or some part of the cow product becomes butter. And but how? I don't know. When we were in kindergarten, I remember Mom sending me to school with a mayo jar for the class project, and it was making butter. I don't know what they put in the jar, but we shook it for 20 minutes and it turned into butter. I needed to figure out how this all works from someone who's done it before. But who do I know that would possibly be so audacious as to try to make her own butter? All right, this is the place for all the answers. My friend Nemea lives here. Let's see if she's home. If anyone knows how to make fancy butter, it's her. Hey, how's it going? Oh my God, it's good to see you. Oh, man.
Too long.
I know. Since all of COVID, I think. Anyway,
come in.
I have a problem I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
This whole butter making thing is driving me crazy. People are making butter in their homes, and I just need to know how.
Well, it's simple. It's super easy.
Fantastic. All right, so apparently you know the secret alchemy of creating not just butter, but
cultured butter.
And so why cultured other opposed to regular butter?
When you culture butter, it does a couple things. First, it makes it more flavorful, and so it's just more delicious. Yeah, it has a little tang to it.
Oh. So are you talking about cultures like cheese? Is this like making cheese?
It's in the same ballpark.
Wow.
But this is a really easy thing to do. So basically, what I get is heavy whipping cream, which has
jug of cream.
It's 40% milk fat.
Okay.
And if it just says whipping cream, it's not. It's less.
All right. So what's step one?
Step one is you need a place to make the butter. Okay. So that's why I have some jars, and I run them through the dishwasher, so they're sterile.
Okay.
And I'm going to put these lids on right away, because you don't want some other weird kind of culture growing. That's not the one that you intended, right?
Right, so culturing really, there's bacteria of some special kind in there.
Exactly. And that's what I use. This is buttermilk from a previous batch of butter that I made. And so it's cultured buttermilk. So that's the other thing that we're producing when we make butter like this.
Well, great. So, I'm excited. Let's
So you just combine some of this with this in one of these jars. And then I let it sit on the counter, because this particular culture is what they call mesophilic.
What's mesophilic?
And but the culture that you use to make yogurt is thermophilic. It likes heat, so you have to heat the yogurt up and then put the culture in when it gets to a certain temperature.
Okay.
This is not like that.
Right.
It's mesophilic means that it likes a temperate environment. It can just culture on your kitchen counter.
It's laid back, easy going.
Exactly.
Okay, fantastic. So now it's like we gotta just fast forward the clock 3 days.
It's a waiting game.
But this isn't like some cooking show on TV. We actually are gonna wait 3 days.
That's right.
And I'll be back, and you'll be able to tell because I'll be wearing something else.
Me too.
Yeah. All right. All right. Fantastic. We'll see you in 3 days. thanks for having me back. It's been a few days. We did this on Wednesday. It's Saturday now, so we're ready to find out how the cultures went.
Okay, well,
how did it go?
Well, I actually put this back in the fridge yesterday, but I had it out for about 48 hours, maybe. I mean, it's like you buy yogurt at the store and you put it in the fridge, and it doesn't get more yogurty. So it's the same thing. The cold stops it, and it's also important for it to be cold for when we're doing the churning. Okay, so here's the first jar, and this came out perfectly. See, and so it's really like a rather nice yogurt.
Okay.
And
it is rather mild and yogurty.
So, and then this, you'll see.
It looks different. Yeah,
it looks different because it. I took these right out of the dishwasher, and I didn't really look at them. But if you see, there's like these little black specks, which are these weird, gritty things that live in the bottom of my dishwasher.
Okay.
And they caused this butter to go off. This cream to go off.
Does not sound good.
No, and you can smell.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just not. It's just not good. So this is a loss, and that's just gonna go away. So
we'll just
put it over on the
that over there in the biohazard zone.
Yes.
So it's important to know. It's like, sometimes this isn't gonna work the way you think, and
Right. Well, there's important steps to take, and I trusted that I could take something right out of the dishwasher and it would be sterile.
Okay.
But that was an incorrect assumption.
Maybe just take that extra step anyway.
Exactly. So I recommend sterilizing all of your jars and things.
Just before.
Yeah. This is cream that's been cultured, and you see how.
Oh yeah, that's thick.
How firm it is now. It's firmed up, somewhat like what creme fraiche is like.
Right.
So I'm just gonna.
Whoa!
Warp.
Look at that. Warp
And you can see it's already separating from the whey.
Oh yeah. So okay.
So that's what that liquid stuff is.
All right.
So when we churn the butter, it's gonna, the fat is all gonna adhere. It's gonna go through transformation, and then what we're gonna end up with is butter and buttermilk.
Okay. Great. Nobody knows what buttermilk's for, so.
Well, I do.
Oh, wow. All right. We're lucky today.
There's all kinds of wonderful things you can use buttermilk for.
I had no idea. Okay.
Now we churn.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we've basically we're ready to move into churning phase. And that takes a little while. You don't want to stand around your kitchen all day, so what do you usually do?
Well, usually I go over to my my lounge chair.
All right, let's lounge.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
My arm is totally relaxed in this. It's resting here, and I'm not putting any effort into this at all. So it's not really that stressful on my body. So as you can see, that that's what they call soft peaks, I guess. Huh. But yeah, it's starting to turn into whipped cream now, so that's good. It's doing what it's supposed to do.
So if you stop, okay. So it's a sign you're doing it right, because if it doesn't turn to whipped cream, something's gone wrong. I guess.
Yes. So it's really turning into whipped cream now.
Okay.
Now soon it's going to start separating. Now this is where butter is starting to happen.
Oh.
See, it's getting kind of chunky and grainy looking. So that's where you're definitely going to have butter any minute now. Now it's just waiting for the buttermilk to come out.
Whoa. What's all that liquid that's suddenly?
Yeah, there's the buttermilk.
Wow. It's like it suddenly happened.
So I'm going to keep doing this at a much lower speed. You can already see buttermilk is flying around. So basically what we have here is the butter. Ta-da.
Okay.
Ta-da! Butter.
We have butter. We have made butter.
We have butter,
And all that
buttermilk.
weird milky stuff.
Yeah, that's the buttermilk, which is like, it's gold.
Really? So it's not just something to throw away then?
Nope, definitely not. I mean, for one thing, it's delicious to drink. I drink it especially like if I'm trying to calm down my stomach somehow. I drink some buttermilk and it really kind of makes my stomach happy if it's having a bad time.
I've heard
So-
people doing that. I think I kind of like Beverly Hillbillies or something.
That makes sense. But, you know, it totally works. I want to get as much buttermilk out as I can. And, because if the buttermilk stays in the butter, the butter will spoil quicker. But if you separate them, both the butter and the buttermilk will last a really long time.
Gotta keep them separated.
Now I've prepared this sort of a double cooler, and there's ice water in the bottom, and I'm just gonna be rinsing this butter until it runs clear and we get all the buttermilk out. Cold water. So the first rinse, it's gonna be very cloudy. Start again with some fresh water. And everything has to stay really cool. You don't want this butter to get too warm while you're doing this because it makes a lot more of a mess. I like to make sure that all the buttermilk is out. So I'm just going to call that done. There it is. Butter.
Wow. Actual butter.
Yep. There you go. 12.1 ounces of beautiful homemade butter. And now we get to add the salt. Yeah, I just do it by taste every time. I don't have a set amount. I don't bother looking things up anymore. I
think that's right. No, I think that's fantastic.
So I'm just gonna.
I want people to get that you can't just. You're not gonna screw it up if you have a little too little or too much salt. It's just.
Yep, and then you just add salt or add more butter. Needs a little more. Now we're spreading. That makes it extra fancy. Ooh, we could have little glasses of buttermilk.
I don't know if I like buttermilk.
You know?
I don't know if I do or I don't.
Well, let's find out.
Wow, that's a lot. I mean, it's not that hard, but it's a lot. There's some steps involved. So now we get to actually try this butter out.
Yeah, but first, the buttermilk.
Oh no, she's gonna make me taste the dreaded buttermilk. Dun, dun, dun.
It's delicious. You'll love it.
I'm afraid.
Well, we'll
All
see.
right. Okay, God. See, I don't even drink like milk itself.
Well, it's very unlike milk.
What's it like?
Buttermilk.
That's tangy.
Yeah, it's kind of like a liquid yogurt. You know,
Yeah, I
it's
feel
similar
like-
to like
It's actually quite pleasant.
kefir.
Kefir or
Especially good when it's cold. Which is
I can see that it would. It's got a certain. It's not bad. It really actually isn't bad. I was ready to cringe and it didn't. It was just like, yeah, I could see how it would be good cold. So now, at last, we get to try the butter on the bread itself. Yay!
I put a little honey on too.
Oh, thank you. Look at that. Glorious piece of homemade bread with homemade butter. I mean, man, check that out. Doesn't get any better. Well, we'll find out. All right, here we go. Cheers. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff.
Yep.
Oh, God, it's so creamy. All right, now the only thing remains to find out, can I do this at my home without any, help? How hard can it be for me to take everything I've learned with the lovely Nemea here, go home and do it myself. Now, I'm not going to do it exactly the way Nemea did it. I'm going to simplify it for those of us who are doing it for the first time. You got to walk before you can run, you know.
All right.
I'm so excited to try my hand at butter making myself. I just need some great cream. It would be so cool to start at the very beginning and get some fresh cream directly from the source. How hard can it be? Actually, there's a lot of bulls in this field. This might be a bad idea after all. There's gotta be an easier way. All right, welcome back, friends. Okay, well, here we are back in the test kitchen, and I'm gonna try to make butter myself now. I've been trying to figure out how to explain to you how, I'm just having a little coffee here, hope you don't mind. It's a late afternoon, I'm kind of fading. I've been trying to figure out how to explain to you how butter actually happens, you know, the scientific part of it. I'm just gonna grab some half and half real fast. All right, half and half for my coffee. I'm not gonna make butter out of half and half. But the thing is, I'm not gonna do it the way Nemea did it. I mean, she took it to the extra gourmet step of making cultured butter, where she got, you know, buttermilk that has organisms and live, you know. We're not doing any of that. That's way above my pay grade. We just want to make some simple butter. The whole point of butter, the whole magic of making butter from cream is that it's simple. You need one ingredient and you need some kind of device to agitate the cream. So that's the magic of this whole thing. It's so simple. So all we need is a container now, and I was trying to think of what kind of container. I was looking at butter churns. Maybe I should make this with like an old-fashioned butter churn, you know, go to the antique store and find an old cool butter churn and clean it up and make butter that way. And then Nemea does it with her hand, you know, electric mixer, and I don't have one of those. The test kitchen is not very well outfitted, in case you haven't noticed. And then, you know, I even saw this one video Nemea showed me of this woman on a farm making butter inside a giant hollowed out log. She took a hollowed out log and she put all the butter, she milked the cows herself, you know. She took all that stuff, she poured it into a big hollow log and she hung it up between these two straps and she just shook the thing back and forth, and made a huge amount of butter in like record time. I don't have that much cream. I've got a pint of cream here. I don't know. There's got to be something around here I can use that would be cooler than just shaking it in a jar. On this show, how hard can it be? We deserve to take it up a notch a little bit. But if I just had something cool that would allow me to contain the cream and introduce air into it, because that's what it's all about. You have to introduce air into the cream. Scientifically, the way this works is that
basically what cream is an emulsion. Water and oil don't mix. Oil in water emulsion is a water in oil emulsion, which is what butter is. Jiggly jiggly water. And then we convert that by breaking up those droplets and causing a phase shift, a phase inversion, and then the fat is allowed to clump together, but they can only clump together because they've got crystals of solid fat inside. When you get to the whipped cream stage, those bubbles are popping, and then the clumps of fat, they stick together, trapping water particles within the fat, creating this matrix of fat crystals, and with water trapped inside.
And that's butter. I know, I didn't catch any of that either. But anyway, back to our original problem. We just need a way to get this thing in a container that we can shake in a creative and cool way that no one's done before on YouTube yet. If only I could figure out what that would be. Gosh. Oh, I gotta rinse this thing out. All right, now check this out. This French press thing could be just exactly what we need. I just need to MacGyver it just a little bit, but then it could be the perfect churn. Let's go. Yeah, just need to take this thing apart here. Yeah, that actually could work. Take this apart. do that. Where are these screens? Aha! Reattach this here. There we go. And insert that there. Up here, and haha! The perfect butter churn. I think we've got it. Now just need to sterilize this stuff and we'll be good to go. Be right back. All right, let's make us some butter. Now friends, this is either gonna work or not work. It could be a colossal failure. In that case, I will have wasted, you know, a pint of cream here. And I'll start all over again with the, you know, the jar trick. As boring as that one is. All right, so I'm gonna, let's just do it, right? I've got boiling water in here still for my sterilization. Pour that out. Okay. And supposedly, it is as simple as just pour the cream in the container and start shaking. But the whole point of it is that you need air. Air is really important to the whole thing. All right. All right, here we go. And away we go. Our churn is churning. We are churning. I'm watching it and I'm feeling to see if it starts to change at some point. It's getting pretty frothy in there. So we're looking for that phase shift where it turns into whipped cream. Oh, it's starting to get froth is starting to come out of the top here. And it's an experiment. We don't know if it's gonna work. That's what I love about it. Whoa, something's changed here. It's only, it's like, it feels like it's like really thick all of a sudden. Let's see what's going on in there. Whoa, check it out. We've got, yeah, I mean, we've got whipped cream basically. Let's keep going. We're halfway to butter. Now we just have to cause the full inversion to happen. We have to break the peaks, break the air bubbles that have gathered up the oil around themselves to make whipped cream. And then as we break those bubbles, then the clumps of actual oil will clump together and we will actually have, in theory, butter. Oh my God, it's really exciting. All right, here we go. Oh, it's changing again. I can feel it. Oh, it's getting harder to go. Phase shift any second now. I gotta look. We have granules. We have butter granules. It's working. We have separation of butter granules and buttermilk, which is the, which is what's left behind. Oh, it's getting really hard to do. Which is what's left behind. Ah, I think it's almost done. Wow. Let's take a look here. Oh my God, people, check it out. We have made butter. Look at that, it worked. It worked beautifully and it only, I'm gonna say like it took 7 minutes maybe. Look at that. We have actual butter. Gosh, look at all that beautiful butter. So now we have to just get the buttermilk out of it, which is down here in the bottom and sort of mixed in with everything. We're gonna strain out the buttermilk. Lost some butter down there. Okay, that's the buttermilk. I can't believe how easily that worked. I mean, I keep seeing it done. I've seen everybody's YouTube channels, but still, it's like amazing. I don't know. Am I just a kindergartner again? Yes, maybe. Get the ball of butter into its ice bath. Boom. You know, we're just trying to get the buttermilk off of it and out of it. And we're gonna squish it with these paddles. Squeeze the buttermilk out of it. Transfer our little golden thing of butter to another fresh container. Boom. And, you know, like I said, some people really obsess on this part of it. They rinse and re-rinse and, okay. I think we're done. I think we got it. This water doesn't look bad at all. Are you supposed to dry it or something? I can't remember. Beautiful. Okay, let's get some salt in here. I'm just gonna estimate it. That seems like a lot of salt. Let's put about let's put a quarter teaspoon in. Okay. I think I nailed it. Maybe a dash more. I like things salty, you know me. What the hell. Extra salty butter for Alejandro. And I would call that a huge success. Give my French press idea a try. Makes a great churn. I mean, I gotta say, that's how I'm doing it from now on. Yeah, butter in a French press. Oh, look at that. Oh, man. Look at that. Oh, perfection. Sourdough, buttery goodness. So good. And there you have it. One little nice, delicious piece of butter for the fridge. Or the freezer. You can freeze butter apparently and make it. So I'm probably going to cut this in half and throw it in the freezer and eat the rest the next couple of days. Who am I kidding? I'm going to eat the whole thing. So anyway, how hard can it be? If you factor in all the minutiae of details, things you have to know, little tricks and things so that your butter is actually the best it can be and it's not falling all over the place, and you know, you get all the buttermilk squeezed out. You know, what kind of container are you going to use? What kind of churn are you going to use? How are you going to get it cleaned? How are you going to wash the buttermilk out? Are you going to wash it once? Are you going to wash it 6 times? You know, there's so many little things like that you could do differently depending on, you know, your experience with butter. So if you do it one time, nothing to it. If you want to do it a lot as a regular thing, you know, I'd say just getting it all just right, dialing it in, you know, 2 beers, but no more than that. It's really not that hard, guys. Go out and try and make some butter. You probably already have when you were a kid. It's just as cool to do it as an adult. In fact, I would say that when you're a kid, you expect magic. When you're an adult, you don't. And this is nothing short of alchemy right here. This transformation from white to gold. I totally recommend you get out there and give this one a go. You probably have heavy cream in your fridge right now. Give it a shot. And if you do try it, please let us know. Let us know how you did it. What did you use for your churns? I'm telling you, that French press works. Give it a shot. All right, I gotta clean my French press now. I need coffee in the morning. See you guys next time. It's a wrap. Thanks to my Patreon folks. You guys are sticking with me through these rough times when it's just a few of us and getting this project off the ground. I really appreciate all of your support. If you're thinking about it, you want to help the shows expand and do more cool things like this, maybe check out our Patreon. Links for that are down in the description of this show. Take care. I'll see you guys next time. This butter is amazing. Perfection. Maybe a little too much salt in that taste.